Tonight, we are starting our month-long look at the state of our schools as we identify challenges and search for solutions.
Our chief investigative reporter Morgan Lowe leads off our coverage with Arizona's critical teacher shortage and how more teachers across the state are now learning on the job.
The city of Eloy is dusty and desolate. It's the halfway point between Phoenix and Tucson. Homes are affordable, but there's not much opportunity for young people.
I'm from this area, and even growing up, there was not very much for kids to do.
Jeremy Jones is Toltec Elementary's PE coach.
If you're a kid and you don't have opportunities and there's not a lot of extracurricular activities, what do you end up doing?
Around here, a lot of kids start getting involved in gangs, drugs.
Jeremy says his job is to change that.
I feel like there's no kid that's not worth saving.
That is one of the reasons why strong teachers and strong schools are so important to rural areas like this one. But there is a problem.
Is this situation with teachers in Arizona getting any better?
For us, it hasn't changed.
Denise Rogers is the superintendent of the Toltec School District, which serves Eloy and Arizona City. Just 1 week before school started, she was still short 20 teachers. She only has 65 teaching positions, so that's a 30% vacancy rate.
The odds of 20 fully certified experienced teachers showing up here between now and the beginning of school to fill those positions that you're covering now, slim?
Slim to none, yes.
The state teacher shortage is affecting more than just the Toltec district. This summer, we reached out to every school district in Arizona, and as of July, we had counted 885 teacher openings across the state. And that's counting just half of the districts, the ones who responded to our questions. The real number is likely to be much higher.
It is really a lot of work to make sure that we've got an incredible teacher for every kid.
Danielle Airy works for the Peoria district, where they still had 20 openings to fill about a week before school started. That's out of 2,000 teaching positions in the district.
We are slightly better than about a year ago, so that is good, but the cycle and the trend continues.
That trend didn't begin overnight, and even with the raises that resulted from last year's Red for Ed movement, the profession has been losing veteran teachers at a high rate, and they're not getting replaced by younger teachers.
I think what we're seeing really is that it's a pipeline problem.
I love my community. I love this district. I love the kids.
Back in Eloy, Superintendent Denise Rogers had to come up with a creative solution. It turns out that fix was right in front of her.
Those 20 positions that were short, we cover with our growing our own. So teachers that are in the classroom that are currently enrolled in college, that are on a pathway to becoming appropriately certified.
These are 4 of those homegrown teachers. And yes, Coach Jeremy Jones is one of them.
I was nervous. I was very, very nervous.
Did you approach Mrs. Rogers or did she approach you about actually becoming a teacher?
Oh, she approached me. I did not approach anyone. I was happy just helping out on the side.
Was it a little scary?
It was. But with anything in life, you got to take that risk to know where you're going to be.
10 years ago, if I were to tell you that you were going to be a 4th grade teacher today, what would your reaction have been?
No way.
This is not the career that you thought.
Never thought about it, no.
They're all former volunteers, teachers' aides, and paraprofessionals who have a drive to make a difference.
I am happy that we just don't have short-term subs in classrooms. We do have people who are committed to the, to the profession of teaching.
It may not be a perfect solution. These new teachers are still learning themselves, but they say they have the most important trait, and that is the heart needed to inspire the children in their desert community.
When you inspire them, you just make them feel like anything is possible.
Anything is possible, conquering their fears. So tell us, Morgan, how these school districts are elevating these teachers' age all the way up to full-fledged teachers?
Yeah, they're using some options that state lawmakers provided in the past couple of years, and one of them is to take these non-traditional teachers and let them be in the classroom on an emergency basis, or to allow them to teach while they are going to school to get their education degrees.
So how widespread is that?
It is pretty widespread. Districts all over the state are doing this. It's not their first choice, but as Denise Rogers said, at least they have one person who's going to be in the classroom and not just substitute after substitute after substitute.
And you sent out the survey and you found nearly 1,000 teacher vacancies. Do you have any idea what the real number is?
It's probably higher than 1,000, but we will find out what that real number is in September when one of these school district organizations releases its survey after school's done.
All right, our chief investigative reporter for the state of our schools, Morgan Lowe. Thanks.